guys, welcome back to this episode of Coach Me, I Am an Athlete. On this episode, we are going to do a post-interview with the head football coach at Miller Grove High School, Coach Brown. We're going to talk about the second round of playoffs and what can we expect out of the Miller Grove Wolverines as they get ready to prepare to touch the field next year. Coach Brown, welcome to the podcast. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, second round of playoffs. Let's talk about kickoff. What happened at kickoff? How did you hype the boys up? What were some things that you said to them to get them ready and prepared as you guys stepped on the field?
There wasn't much I said. It was just more of like, we deserve to be here. We worked to be here. This was our goal and our vision to be here. So let's act like we belong here, basically, to sum it up.
Okay. So one of the things that I noticed when you guys stepped onto the field, you guys took a moment to pray and everything to get ready. When you ran through, what you call it, Coach?
The banner?
The banner. When you ran through the banner and bust through, how are you feeling?
Oh, that adrenaline was pumping. It was ready to go. I was ready to play. You know, the beautiful thing of playing in like a small school town environment, you really get that true Friday night football.
Yes.
And I truly felt that night, and I was just excited to be a part of that.
Yes, it definitely felt like Friday Night Lights. I don't know if you remember that movie.
Sure.
I don't know if the viewers remember that movie or seen it, but Friday Night Lights was lit. I remember watching that. So while I was out there in the stands supporting and yelling my lungs out, I felt like Friday Night Lights. So let's talk about the first touchdown. What was the play that you called for the first for us to get the first touchdown?
It was a run play with Frank. No, we got the ball. We lost the coin flip, so we got the ball first.
Okay.
And we just walked right down the field and scored a touchdown. And of course, the opposing team didn't expect that, and honestly wasn't prepared for that. But like I told you before, we was coming to play.
We was coming.
So they better be ready to play. And so it was just a combination of a run-pass combination. Got down there, and Frank popped. I think it was like a 15-yard touchdown run. And so we was all excited, but, you know, I think it gave the boys more confidence, like, wow.
Yes.
We actually walked right down the field on an 11-0 team who nobody thought we could beat. It was effortless,
Yes.
you know?
I think we was in the first quarter.
Yes, it was in the first quarter.
Touchdown, first quarter. And the stands went wild.
Right.
We was, let's go Wolverines!
Right.
All right, so we got the first touchdown. We got back on defense. We started getting a lot of calls on defense. Can you give us a little bit of insight on that?
Well, one of our main things that we was trying to do defensively, is basically match their personnel.
Yes.
So they will bring a 12 personnel setting, which is like basically 2 tight ends. So we was trying to match size with size. And then when they bring those tight ends out, they bring a receiver, and we'll bring a DB in. So we was doing well at first with that. But it was time that we got caught in the wrong personnel. They had a little success, whatever. They was very efficient offensively. I have to give them that. They play action well. They will show you a run formation, but actually throw the ball. So, but we was prepared for that. We knew they was going to do that. It was just about executing and trying to stop it.
Gotcha. So defensively, I think from what I saw in the stands, our boys did a great job defensively on the field with holding off their offense. Yes, they did make plays, especially going into the second half, but we did a good job.
Right. Yes.
Defensively, making sure that our boys were in position, that they were in their spots, and they had the right coverage to stop a lot, because I don't think they really scored. So we scored first half. They scored first half right after we did. So it was a little back and forth in that first half, which kept the momentum going and kept the fans on the edge of the seat. It kept the momentum going, and I think that it was really good for the teams to see. And for, like you said, it gave the boys the confidence that they needed to know, hey, just because this team was 11-0, it did not mean that you were not going to be able to go out there and defend your name as being a Wolverine.
For sure.
All right, so second half. Let's talk a little bit about second half. When we were getting the calls on defense, what were some of the things that you think that could have been avoided? Because we lost, I know, 10, 15, 20 like penalties.
Well,
every time we got 10 yards every time.
Yeah. Well, the first thing is, we lost the coin flip, but I love to get the ball in the second half first.
Okay.
You know, especially like our situation, we was down 28-14.
Yes.
But unfortunately, they got the ball first. The goal was to get them in third down situations.
Gotcha.
And we did that a lot. It just, they found a way to get the first down. Honestly, we got them in fourth down situations at times. They actually got a 4th and 1 that we all scratched their head. They did a measurement and everything, and it was like,
Yeah.
okay. But for the most part, the game plan was followed. It's just they found a way to make plays just to get the first down. And, you got to give them kudos to them. They had a height advantage.
Yes.
As far as in their skill guy, they had a receiver who was 6'4". They had a tight end who was 6'6". So when they needed to really get the first down, it was 3rd and 2, 3rd and 5, or 4th and 1. They target one of those guys, and like our guys was there to make the play. It would just say height advantage, height issue. So they was able to make the play. So I was extremely proud of our guys. Like I said, they fought for 4 quarters, and as a coach, that's all you can ask for.
Yes, I must agree. They definitely fought all the way to the end. It was a height advantage. So let's go back to where they had to measure. Because when I saw one of the refs on the sideline call the play, he said it was no touchdown. It was. Then they came back and measured and say, oh, they got first down.
Right.
I said, no, that is not right.
Right. Yeah.
They did not, because our defense was pushing them out of the end zone.
Right.
I mean, they did what needed to be done.
Right.
So if you say it was fair, Coach, I guess it was.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't honestly, there was a couple calls missed, but for the most part, I thought the game was called fair.
Okay.
For the most, especially going into their home, and I think the referees did a really good job.
Yeah. Okay, so towards the end of the game, I know one of the things that we talked about in the first interview is you wanted to get the team to the fourth quarter.
Yes.
And towards the end of the game, as we got into the fourth quarter, what I did not see was our boys give up.
Not at all.
They played into the buzzer. And
Yes.
like you said, as a coach, that's one of the things that we consistently drill into our kids, into our athletes. It do not matter what the score is, what it's looking like, you always play to the buzzer. So once the game concluded, what is one thing that you said to the boys to help them to keep their head held high, even though we did not get the victory over Morgan County?
I just told them I was proud of them. From where we started to where we finished, a lot of people didn't have expectations for us to do what we did this year. So I was extremely proud of them. We overcame a lot as a team.
Yes.
And like I said, on the back of their T-shirts says effort, and they gave me max effort all year. And as a coach, of course, you want to continue to be playing. Of course, you want to be playing in the state championship game. Yes. And that's the ultimate goal, that we will get there one of these days. But they set the standard to where we're heading. Like, this program is heading in the right direction. And it's because of this senior class basically set the standard. Now everybody behind them got to continue to push it further.
Yes, the next class coming in, they got some big shoes to fill.
100%.
They got big shoes to fill. So what can we look forward to? What are you planning for next year as we get ready to prepare to exceed the second round of playoffs?
Well, just basically hitting the reset button.
Okay.
We're going to take December off to celebrate with our family. I got to how to meet with our coaches yesterday. I just told them to disconnect for a month.
Yes.
Just get back to yourself, to your family. Make sure you take care of your health and everything, because come January, we start all over again.
It's all over.
And the grind starts from that Tuesday after Martin Luther King holiday. I think it's going to be January 20th is our start date. And we're going to go from that point until the end of the season.
To the end of the season, we're going to go. All right. I appreciate you for interviewing me, Coach Ron. Thank you so much for this post-game interview. Listen, our Wolverines had an amazing season this year. And as you guys are watching the clips, please make sure that you continue to support our Wolverines. Coach Brown, do you have any last thing or following or ending anything you want to say?
Yes, I would just love to say thank you to our teachers, our administrators, our parents, our fans, because, it's a beautiful thing to turn around and see the stands almost packed. And we are 50 minutes away from home, and people took the time out of their busy schedule to support these young men. And what people need to understand is, when you turn around and you look in that stand, you want to see people there. If not, it's like nobody believes in us. And I was so proud of our support that we had all year, especially that second round of the playoff games, because they was positive. Even when we wasn't successful like we wanted to be, when those young men was walking off the field, our fans was congratulating them, cheering for them, and that's how you win state championships, with support.
Yes.
You know, and when these guys feel your presence, they play harder.
Yes.
And I was truly, truly thankful and proud to see that. And we got to continue to do this. Miller Grove Wolverines, we got to continue to support these kids. I don't care what sport it is, football, basketball, volleyball, it don't matter what it is. It takes support, and these kids are going to respond when you support them. So I truly, truly thank you for that.
Amen. That is so true. So no, we're going to continue to support our Wolverines. Make sure you guys continue to watch the episodes. The next episode coming up, we will interview some of the players and get their perspective from the second round of playoff games. We'll see you guys soon.
Go Wolverines.
Go Wolverines.